Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, we're going to get to talk about Tennessee again. Now, seems like just about every time I've ever done a video on Tennessee, and I acknowledge there's not many because they do a pretty good job of letting their citizens live like Americans out there, almost all of our videos have been incredibly positive. We did do this one here. It was about some crazy gun control legislation that was kicking around. We, of course, doubled down on the fact that we took a look at the numbers in both the House and Senate and said the likelihood of that passing was about the same as me throwing rocks at the moon successfully. But now the state of Tennessee is about to take perhaps some of the most bold actions you possibly could take. And they're doing something that local government normally doesn't do, which is they are giving back power to the people, not making it up. I'll explain it all today for you so that you can understand what they're doing out there in Tennessee. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about Tennessee looks to secure gun rights forever. Okay, hey, before we get going too far down the road we're going down, let's remember that this video is being brought to us by the Sonoran Desert Institute. That's right, get ready to launch your career in the firearm industry today through education. Get ready to start arming yourself with education. And most importantly, get ready to start defending the inalienable rights of millions of Americans nationwide, all through our most powerful act, which of course is education. Listen, the good folks over at SDI have a program, a degree, or a certificate for just about anything that you may desire. So for more information, check them out in the description box below, or easier yet, just visit them at sdi.edu. Okay, Tennessee, here's what we're talking about. We're talking about efforts to amend your state constitution. Now, according to Tennessee law, you can make a motion to amend the constitution at any old time, and there's literally about a dozen of these kicking around in your state legislature today. What we are going to talk about is House Joint Resolution 53, which would significantly change your state constitution as it relates to Second Amendment rights. Now, just so we're clear, this is how Article 1, Section 26 of your state constitution currently reads, that the citizens of this state have a right to keep and bear arms for their common defense, but the legislature shall have power by law to regulate the wearing of arms with a view to prevent crime. Okay, what House Joint Resolution 53 would do, if it enacted into law, is it would amend Article 1, Section 26 of the Tennessee State Constitution so that it would then read as follows, that the citizens of this state have the right to keep and bear arms. And that's it. And so it removes the qualifier that allows the state to regulate firearms. Translation, it would preclude the Tennessee State Legislature from passing any kind of firearm laws. Let me say that again. It would preclude the state of Tennessee legislature from passing firearms. So where we most frequently see states trying to just gather as much power as humanly possible, to try to accumulate as much power as humanly possible, what we're actually seeing the Tennessee state legislature is acquiesce that power, to give it back to the people of Tennessee. Now, some of you in Tennessee may be asking yourselves, why do we need this? We don't pass gun control legislation around here very often. And that's true. You even had a special session a couple of years ago to pass gun control legislation and passed no gun control legislation. You very rarely have ever been mentioned on Washington Gun Law's channel. Why is that? Well, because you guys are doing a really good job of letting your citizens live like Americans. Got to spend some time in Tennessee last year. Absolutely loved your state. You got a good thing going on. Don't change it. But as we know, America, unfortunately, political winds will shift. And someday it is possible, I don't know how probable, but it is possible that you could have an entirely different political climate there in the state of Tennessee. This constitutional amendment would preclude a more gun-grabbing type political movement in the state of Tennessee at the state legislative level from ever imposing any kind of civilian disarmament legislation upon the citizens. So what is the likelihood that this is going to pass? Well, the numbers are there in both the House and the Senate, but this is really moving legislative mountains here. We are asking legislators to amend the state constitution. So this is a lot of heavy lifting. Is it possible? If ever there was a state that it was possible, it would be the state of Tennessee. We're going to very carefully watch this, Because if this does, in fact, become law, this would be a tremendous victory for the inalienable rights of Tennessee residents everywhere. Okay, once again, it's House Joint Resolution 53. We're going to link it up down below so that all of you don't have to take our word for us. You can just geek out on it for yourself. If you got any questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. But if you don't, that's okay. That information, it's down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here, you click on that link right there and tell us all about it. If you want to subscribe to our monthly newsletter, the ability to do all of that is right down there in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, let's everyone remember that part of being a lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.